Good morning. The Prime Minister Boris Johnson has yesterday used a national TV address to urge the public to summon the discipline and the resolve to follow the new coronavirus rules that have been announced. This is his statement in full. The struggle against COVID is the single biggest crisis the world has faced in his lifetime. In less than a year, this disease has killed almost 1 million people and caused havoc to economies everywhere. Here in the UK, we mourn every people we have lost and we give with their families. And yet, he's more certain than ever that this is a struggle that humanity will win, and we in this country will win. And to achieve what we must, and he wanted to talk to you directly last night about the choices that we have to face. None of them easy. And why we must take the action now. He knows that we can succeed because we have succeeded before. When this sickness took hold in this country in March, we pulled together in a spirit of national sacrifice and community. We followed the guidance to the letter. We stayed at home. We protected the NHS and saved thousands of lives. And for months, with those disciplines of social distancing, we have kept that virus at bay. But we have to acknowledge this is a great and freedom-loving country. And while the vast majority have complied with the rules, there have been many breaches, too many opportunities for our invisible enemy to slip through undetected. The virus has started to spread again in an exponential way. Infections are up. Hospital admissions are climbing. We can see what is happening in France and Spain. And we know, Alice, that this virus is no less fatal than it was in the spring. And that the vast majority for our people are no less susceptible, and the iron laws of geometrical progression are shouting at us from the graphs. That we risk many more deaths, many more families losing loved ones before their time. And I know that they're faced with that risk. The British people will want their government to continue to fight to protect them. You. And this is what we are doing night and day. And yet, the single greatest weapon we bring to this fight is the common sense of the people themselves. The joint resolve of this country to work together to suppress COVID now. So yesterday, Boris Johnson sent out a package of tougher measures in England. Early closing for pubs, bars, table service only, closing businesses that are not COVID secure, expanding the use of face coverings, and new fines for those that fail to comply. And once again, asking office workers to work from home if they can, while enforcing Rule of 6 indoors and outdoors. A tougher package of national measures combined with a potential tougher local restrictions for areas already in lockdown. He knows that this approach, robust but proportionate, already carries the support of all the main parties in the Parliament. After the discussion with the colleagues in the devolved administrations, he believed that this broad approach is shared across the whole UK. So then, as you probably might be listening to me, bus journeys could be coming to an end sometime at the end of the week. And I just don't know when they're going to start putting a ban on travel. They already put a ban on travel in the country. So anyway, here are the rules for all the social distancing. So the current rules in England, a maximum of 6 people from multiple households can meet up both indoors and outdoors in private homes, pubs, restaurants and parks. All ages are included in the head count. There are some exceptions, for example, when a household has more than 6 occupants. In Scotland, people are being told not to visit other households or other private indoor spaces, as the First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, said the rules would be in place from Friday the 25th of September, but she has asked people to comply early. In public indoor spaces, COVID-secure guidelines are observed. 6 people from 2 households can gather. The same rule of 6 applies in outdoor spaces, including private gardens. Outdoors, children aged 11 and or under will be exempt from the head count. Young people aged 12 to 18 will also be exempt from the 2 household limit and allowed to meet together in outdoors groups of 6. Northern Ireland has also announced tougher rules. Social mixing of households will now not be allowed inside private homes, although there are some exemptions. Up to 6 people from 2 households can meet in private gardens. In other places, both inside and out, up to 15 can gather with social distancing, but venues such as pubs must carry out risk assessments. But now, in Wales, it is illegal for more than 6 people to meet indoors. Even then, 6 people must be from an extended household. Children aged 10 and under do not count in the total. Up to 30 people from different homes can still meet outside. All these rules can be found on the BBC website. Will any gatherings of more than 6 be allowed? Exemptions allowed in England include if your household or support bubble is larger than 6. And this happens in education and training, workplaces, protests and political events if coronavirus rules are followed, jury duty or other legal commitments, children's play groups and youth clubs, support groups such as addiction or abuse. Can I still go to the pub of worship? Yes, pubs, restaurants, shops and other venues will remain open if they follow safety rules and allow for social distancing. But if you break these rules, you'll get a fine up to £3,200. And if you have to self-isolate, means you need to stay at home and not leaving. People who have symptoms of coronavirus should isolate themselves for 10 days and arrange to get tested. The symptoms include a new continuous cough, high temperature, and a loss of or change in your normal sense, taste, or smell. Then the other members have to self-isolate for 14 days. So here are all the websites that you'll find on bbc.co.uk/news. Now, there's more to come on this update. So people are going to say, how many people can attend the wedding? Weddings were banned when lockdown began on 23rd of March, affecting 73,600 weddings and civil partnerships. So a lot of stuff can also be found. So they banned the weddings back on the 23rd of March. And that's all from this update. And please remember, please follow government guidelines as we are now in strict measures.